Yes, today I'm going to be playing Mindustry again because you guys didn't hate it. One person did though, so that was sad. But the reason I'm posting it mostly is because I was actually surprised. Some people actually learned from me playing through, but one thing that I really learned is I got to make things fast, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So what you do is click play, then campaign, then you can go in and we did ground zero last time, so we're going to be playing Frozen Forest. What you can do is you can do configure loadout and then change the amount that you start with. So I'm going to start with extra copper, meaning that you can actually carry over resources that you end with in like one round over to the next. So we're going to be launching down there, and then we're hopefully going to be able to set up a base. So right now, first things to do, you want to get copper because copper is the main resource in this game. That once you get that, then you run it all into your core, which can collect it, and then you can use it to actually build with. Then you want to get a lot of what's it called, lead, in order to actually industrialize and have a lot of resources. So now that we have a little bit of lead, we're going to be running it all back. It can get kind of hectic when you have a very long line. Oh wait, that's actually wrong, because you don't really want to mix lines either, because you can have issues where if this core, which only has so much storage, 9,000 it says in the bottom right, that means that once you get above that, it won't accept. So you don't really want to. That means that, like, let's say if you have too much copper, then you can't collect lead if you're sharing the same line. Okay, now I'm gonna fast forward till I try and do that for the rest of the map. Alrighty, now we actually got like a decent setup, I think. Let me zoom up. It's pretty decent. We got a decent economy. If I look in resources, it's an easy way. Oh, actually, I can just click it. It tells you we got 315 copper and 1,000 lead, so that means we have a good setup. But here's one problem that I didn't think about. We actually have enemies, because every game has enemies, and without enemies, you would have a boring time. So I'm going to be pressing map, and you can see that the enemy is actually over there. I didn't set up any defenses, so I'm going to actually have to fight him, which is going to be really scary, because he's a scary boy. See, he got fire. Man, he's a big boy. One thing that's very interesting about the game is that when you actually press the, when you try and place roads and stuff, and then you press control, it does this. It makes it like spasm, and it'll try and route you to the right destination, but then it gets really weird when you want it to go like across areas. It's very funny. Either way, one thing that we have to set up now is we gotta get a little bit of a defense going. So I showed you guys in the last episode you want to get a lot of copper, and that's gonna be the case, because otherwise, get it? Case like the bullet. Never mind. I'm really bad at jokes sometimes. Either way, the guys are spawning here. I can tell because once that. Oh wait, no, they're not. Never mind. Never mind. They're spawning here because you get this little circle over there, which indicates that you can't go there, which means you have to go there. Because guess what happens? Let's see what happens. No? Okay, well, it says annihilation, okay? Then that's just a lie, okay? I was led to believe that I would die, okay? And they didn't go to me, and then they're not. So I'm placing a wall so that the turrets won't take the damage, because if the turrets go out, then we go out. Another thing I might want to do is you can really just use routers like roads. And trust me, I love doing it, because the beauty of a router is it kind of, just through like the way it works, also like since it once you have some material going into the router, it all will it'll get spread out to every single adjacent router or conveyor, which means that it just through that it will automatically anyways pretty much spread out the ammo such that it doesn't really matter. Oh, that's another thing. You only have such a build distance, so if I start building something like over here, it's not going to build it until I come over here. I want things there anyways. Now another resource that you're going to probably notice that I'm not using right now is some coal, because it's really cold. Yeah, I need to stop. I need to collect this all right now, and I'm going to do a time lapse of that. Also, another thing that is if you click space, then you get pause. Uh-oh, I wasn't checking it. This guy got through. I don't know how, but this probably means we are taking our core, which if it goes out, how are we going to escape the planet? We almost lost that game. I should have been paying a little bit more attention. So what happened is these guys didn't have ammo because it took a while to run through. Yeah, that's a big problem. We need to get a little bit of armor on these guys, and then really hope for the best, because these guys are going to keep sending. They're relentless. They want me dead. And you know what? Me too. Me too, bud. Another thing is that I've been sending this coal over to this combustion generator, which makes this electricity, which we can run through power nodes, which are all, they're all organized in those tabs. You can find them. There's actually hotkeys, if you notice, at the very bottom right. It tells you like 5-1. So if I press 5-1, it automatically goes to power node, or 3-1, I get now conveyors. You start hooking them up. It's kind of nice that they have like these kind of things. You don't have to use them at all, but they're good to have. Anyways, I like to put my cables like on the sides of the thing because that makes it a little bit secure. And I think this is the point where I'm going to start time-lapsing the entire rest of the game. Alright guys, today I'm going to be showing you this really important build. I just feel like it's very important to get you guys to see it. So you place two roads, then you place a router right there, and then you get a sorter, and then you select the sorter and make sure it only accepts graphite, and then you put two graphite presses right over here, and then it'll pretty much always work. Highly recommend it for pretty much any setup. It's really easy. What you can do is you can actually take a schematic of it. So all you have to do is press, let me go back to it. All you have to do is press F over it. Take this, then you can save the schematic and call it graphite. I already have one, so it's going to say there, but it doesn't matter. So you can save it just by pressing F, and then it will be on the bottom. And let's resume the time lapse. Alright guys, so we had a good game, you know, we got to beat up to round 49 and now it's soon to be 50, hopefully, but you know, it's been a really tough time and we almost lost, so I think we're going to need to leave. By the way, the top right, you can skip the thing, so we're gonna do that. And you see the boss right there is really scary. He's doing a lot of damage to us, and frankly, I don't think we can survive that much longer. Another big thing is ammo. A lot of the turrets don't have ammo, even though the healers are doing a lot of work. Yeah. So we had a good game, you know. We had 9,000 copper, 9,000 lead, and almost 1,000 granite. So it's a good game. Let's launch off, and I don't know where that titanium came. We gotta launch off before we end up dying. I know it's sad to actually see that. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave a comment down below.